You know, I've been seeing these staggering reports about AI compute demand. Some say it's doubling, what, every 3 to 6 months?
Yeah, it's wild. Way faster than even Moore's law ever was.
Exactly. And it just brings home how absolutely critical the underlying infrastructure is,
Yeah.
the foundation it all runs on.
Mhm.
But what's really caught my eye is a company maybe not everyone immediately thinks of for cloud is making huge waves in this specific AI infrastructure area.
You mean Oracle?
Oracle, yeah. It's
Yeah.
quite the story.
It really is a fascinating strategic shift. I think for a lot of people, Oracle still means databases, maybe enterprise apps,
Right, the traditional stuff.
but they're clearly repositioning, trying to become, an essential partner for companies navigating this whole AI era, not just another tech vendor.
That's a really important distinction, isn't it? Being a partner versus just a seller.
Absolutely.
So for you, our listener, what's the takeaway here?
Well, our mission in this deep dive is to really unpack Oracle's strategy, how they're moving way beyond just databases, and revealing why they're becoming such a key player.
Exactly. We want to give you a shortcut to understanding this really important shift. We've got some surprising details, some clear insights that might even shape how you think about AI in your own world.
Okay, so maybe first let's define what we mean by AI era infrastructure, because it's definitely not just your standard cloud setup,
Good point. It's more specialized.
much more. You're talking about enormous processing power for both training the models and then running them, the inference part.
And dealing with insane amounts of data, right? Petabytes?
Petabytes, yeah, and diverse data too. Plus, and this is key, it needs to plug seamlessly into existing business processes. There's a whole different ballgame for infrastructure.
So way beyond just standard CPUs or basic networks, we're talking high-performance computing,
Yeah,
like specialized GPUs, super fast networking.
precisely. GPUs, dedicated low latency networking.
Hmm.
And things like AI-ready data platforms, vector databases are a big one there.
Okay.
And AI services and applications that are baked in, not just, bolted on afterwards.
It's interesting you mentioned that. I read that Larry Ellison saw this need for specialized kit quite early on.
He did. And that foresight seems to be paying off.
Yeah.
It let Oracle strategically build these specific capabilities rather than just trying to mirror the general purpose cloud giants.
Which leads us to their full stack approach.
Exactly. That's kind of their unique angle. See, a lot of competitors might be strong in one layer, maybe just infrastructure or just applications.
Right.
Oracle's building it all, integrated from their cloud infrastructure, OCI, right up through their big database product, Oracle Database 23i, and into their Fusion Cloud application.
And they're embedding AI into all of it.
Directly into the core products. It's not just an optional add-on service sitting off to the side.
Okay, so if I'm running a business trying to actually use AI, what problems does that full stack thing solve for me? Because honestly, putting together different AI tools sounds like a nightmare.
It often is. That's the pain point. Complexity, integration headaches, that feeling of, wow, this AI project is way harder than we thought.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
So by controlling the whole stack, Oracle can basically engineer it all to work together smoothly. Optimize performance, simpler deployment, better security from the hardware all the way up.
Makes sense.
Ellison even talked about Oracle apps becoming collections of agents. That really shows the commitment, right?
Mhm.
Deeply embedding AI, not just sprinkling it on top.
Okay, let's dig into the pillars holding this strategy up. High-performance computing seems like the starting point. And that NVIDIA partnership looks huge.
It's absolutely central, and it's deep, it's expanded. It's not just, oh, we run NVIDIA GPUs. It means early, full access to their latest tech.
Like the Blackwell GPUs.
Like Blackwell, yes. And importantly, you get NVIDIA AI Enterprise that's like a whole suite of over 160 AI tools, including these things called NI microservices.
Okay, what are NII microservices?
Think of them as pre-built, optimized AI models for functions you can just grab and use. It means building your own AI apps much faster. And you access all that directly through OCI. Simpler deployment, simpler support.
Got it. So easier access to the tools on top of the hardware.
Right. And the hardware scale is, well, it's immense. OCI Supercluster is built specifically for these massive AI jobs. They're talking scaling up to, get this, 131,000 of the latest NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs.
131,000, that's hard to even picture.
It's staggering. Like having thousands of supercomputers ready to go just for training the biggest AI models out there. Basically, you won't run out of runway for AI projects.
And they offer bare metal instances too, right? What's the advantage there?
Yeah, bare metal is crucial. It means you get direct access to the powerful GPUs, no virtualization layer in between.
Ah, so no overhead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get maximum performance, and it's predictable performance, which is vital when you're doing these really intense, long AI training runs.
Okay, so massive GPU power, direct access, but connecting them all matters just as much, doesn't it?
Absolutely critical. It's often the bottleneck. OCI uses this specialized networking, RDMA, over converged Ethernet, ROSI V2, they call it.
RDMA, okay. What does that give you?
Ultra low latency. We're talking 2.5 to maybe 9 microseconds.
Yeah.
And huge bandwidth, up to 2,200 gigabits per second per host.
Wow, that latency is incredibly low.
It has to be. When you're coordinating thousands of GPUs for one massive training job, that near-instant communication is key for efficiency. Otherwise, GPUs are just sitting idle, waiting.
And storage, you need fast storage for all that data.
Yep. They've got options like local NVMe SSDs, super fast solid-state drives, plus things like Lustre, which is a high-performance file system, and fast block and object storage for those huge petabyte-scale data sets AI models chew through.
So it's really the combination then, the latest GPUs, the bare metal, the super fast network.
That's the magic formula. It's that synergistic effect. NVIDIA's best chips, Oracle's direct hardware access, and the RDMA networking all working together. That's what creates the optimized environment for training these leading-edge models, getting that zettascale performance they talk about.
Zescale. Sounds impressive. Okay, so compute is one massive pillar. What about the data side? You mentioned the database, Oracle Database 23i.
Right. This is another really interesting angle. They're embedding AI capabilities directly into the database. Imagine your AI smarts living right alongside your core data.
How does that work in practice?
Well, a key feature is called AI vector search. This lets the database understand and search based on the meaning or context within unstructured data like documents, images, even audio, not just keywords.
Okay, so searching beyond text, that's powerful for context.
Very. And because the AI algorithms are in the database, you can do real-time analysis and decision-making right there. You avoid the delay of moving huge amounts of data out to some separate AI system for processing.
The latency again.
Exactly. Plus, Database 23i uses Oracle's own machine learning for automated management. It can tune its own performance, spot anomalies, adjust indexing and storage, all automatically.
So it manages itself better using AI.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They claim it can cut query times by up to 40% in some cases. That means less manual work for database admins, faster insights.
Okay, database smarts. And then there are the applications, the Fusion Cloud apps.
Yeah, and they've gone big here too. Over 150 AI features baked in, more than 50 AI agent workflows across the board.
Like what kind of workflows?
Think finance automatic transaction matching, fraud detection, HCM recommending job applicants, helping write job descriptions, supply chain optimizing inventory, customer experience smart chatbots, personalized recommendations.
So AI doing real work within the standard business apps.
Precisely. And they even have something called Oracle AI Agent Studio, so customers can build their own custom AI agents if they need something specific.
That integration sounds like it gives them, well, you called it a structural advantage.
I think it is. Because the AI inference cost, the cost of running those language models using the GPUs, can essentially be bundled within the cost of the enterprise application subscription.
Ah, so it's not a separate, potentially scary AI bill.
Right. It makes adopting AI feel less like a huge extra expense and more like an upgrade to the tools they already use. Much more accessible, especially for their big enterprise customers. Lowers the barrier.
That's a clever model. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Talk about their cloud strategy, distributed and sovereign cloud. What does that mean?
It means they offer basically the same tech stack everywhere, from a small deployment at the edge, maybe just a couple of GPUs.
Right out in a factory or store?
Yeah, all the way up to massive hyperscale clouds, even clouds running inside a customer's own data center. And critically, it's the same stack. Same security, same pricing model, same SLAs.
Why is that consistency so important for AI?
It simplifies things massively, especially for complex AI setups that might span different locations. And it's absolutely vital for what they call sovereign AI.
Sovereign AI, data control.
Exactly. Think governments or highly regulated industries.
Right.
They need absolute control over where their data lives and where their AI models run.
So Oracle lets them run the same cloud tech, but locally.
Precisely. Options like Oracle Cloud at Customer let you have a managed Oracle Cloud region, even with powerful GPUs like the NVIDIA L40S, right inside your own data center.
A whole cloud region on-prem.
Yeah, with their dedicated region offering. They say they're the only hyperscaler doing that right now, offering over 150 core cloud services on-prem.
So for you, the listener, especially if you're in finance, healthcare, government, what does this really unlock?
It unlocks the ability to use cutting-edge AI without compromising on data residency, privacy, or security rules.
Yeah.
You keep control locally, but still get the latest cloud tech and AI capabilities. It's a huge deal for compliance-heavy sectors.
Okay. The strategy sounds comprehensive. Is it actually working? Let's look at the market response, the financials.
The numbers are pretty striking. Q4 of their fiscal 2025 total revenue hit $15.9 billion, up 11% year over year.
Decent growth overall. What about the cloud part?
That's where it gets really interesting. Cloud infrastructure, or IES, revenue jumped 52% year over year to $3.0 billion in Q4, and they're forecasting even faster growth for fiscal 26.
52% is serious momentum.
It is, but the figure that really jumps out is RPO remaining performance obligations. That's basically contracted future revenue.
Okay, the backlog.
Exactly. That surged 41% to $138 billion. That signals incredibly strong demand. And they're talking about RPO potentially doubling over 100% growth in fiscal 26.
Wow. So customers are signing huge long-term deals.
Massive deals. And even their multi-cloud database revenue, that's Oracle databases running on other clouds.
Like AWS or Azure?
Yeah, that grew 115% just from Q3 to Q4. So these aren't just abstract numbers. They show Oracle's investments are hitting the mark, pulling in big enterprise clients for AI and cloud.
So if you're an organization looking at AI, this kind of proves there's a viable path here with Oracle, maybe less risky than starting totally from scratch.
I think that's part of the appeal. They understand the existing enterprise world, which could de-risk the investment for many.
Okay, impressive numbers. But who are these customers? Beyond the aggregate figures, are specific AI companies or big enterprises betting on OCI?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're seeing adoption from AI innovators right through to large corporations. Take Fireworks AI, for example. They're apparently serving over 2 trillion inference tokens a day using OCI bare metal with both NVIDIA Hopper and AMD MI300X GPUs.
2 trillion a day. That's just enormous scale for inference.
It really shows the platform's capability. Then you've got others like Hedra, Numenta doing advanced AI research, Soniax running multilingual speech AI models, all on OCI.
And the big strategic partnerships, those seem significant too.
Hugely. xAI, Elon Musk's company, is using OCI for training and running their Grok models. Grok 3 is apparently going to be hosted there alongside models from Meta, Mistral, Cohere.
That's a major validation, having those big names choose OCI.
It is, and IBM is bringing its whole Watson X AI portfolio over to OCI as well. They're aiming for more efficient AI-driven operations using things like Watson X Orchestrate and IBM's Granite models in Oracle's cloud.
Are we seeing tangible benefits for regular businesses yet?
We are starting to. Careem, the ride-hailing company, cut their invoice processing time by 70% using Oracle AI. That's not just tweaking things, that's a real operational shift.
70%.
Yeah. And DMCC, a big free zone in Dubai, improved efficiency and even employee experience using Oracle's generative AI tools. So it's moving beyond theory into real-world impact.
Okay, so strong adoption, big partnerships, real results. What makes Oracle stand out competitively? Why are these companies choosing OCI over, say, the more established cloud players?
Well, a big factor seems to be price performance. The reports suggest OCI's GPU instances can be anywhere from, like, 100% to over 200% cheaper than competitors.
Double or triple the cost effectiveness. That's massive.
It is. And overall compute costs might be up to 3 times lower. That gets attention, especially for compute-hungry AI workloads.
It's not just compute, right? What about data transfer costs? Egress fees can be killer.
That's another point Oracle highlights. You get 10 terabytes free egress per month, which is generous. And after that, additional transfers are apparently 10 times cheaper than some others.
10 times cheaper, okay.
Plus, their pricing is globally consistent. Some competitors have different prices in different regions, which adds complexity.
Right. And this all feeds back into that structural advantage you mentioned, embedding the AI costs into the app subscription.
Exactly. The aggressive infrastructure pricing makes that embedded model even more viable and attractive. It simplifies things massively for customers already using Oracle apps.
But surely their biggest advantage is just, well, being Oracle, their existing customer base.
You've hit on perhaps the core strength. They have this enormous, deeply entrenched base of enterprise customers running critical systems on Oracle.
And those customers prefer running Oracle on Oracle, even if it's in another cloud.
Often, yes. That preference is a powerful force. It's why that multi-cloud database revenue is growing so fast. Customers running Oracle DB on AWS or Azure, but managed by Oracle.
And this ties back to the full stack argument again, right? Embedding AI into the apps and database they already use.
It just makes adoption so much simpler. You leverage the data you already have, the workflows you already know. No complex, risky migration to a separate AI platform. Fusion apps alone, remember, over 150 AI features updated quarterly. It's a much smoother on-ramp to AI.
So they're leveraging their history while building for the future. What about the broader ecosystem, partnerships beyond NVIDIA?
They're definitely expanding. We mentioned NVIDIA, and that now includes integration with NVIDIA's DGX Cloud Lepton, offering even more flexibility for training.
Okay.
And highlighting the XAI and IBM partnerships, again, really underscores their strategy. Oracle provides the rock-solid, secure, cost-effective infrastructure.
And let's leading AI companies bring their cutting-edge models.
Exactly. Oracle doesn't have to build every foundational model themselves. They become the platform of choice for AI innovators. It's a smart ecosystem play.
Are they doing their own AI research too, or just partnering?
Oh, no, they're active in R&D, especially in specific industries. Healthcare is a big one. They've got a strategic partnership with Oracle Health, the renowned Cleveland Clinic, and G42.
G42, the AI firm from the UAE.
That's the one. They're building an advanced AI healthcare platform together, trying to really bridge that gap between clinical research and actual patient care using AI, tackling complex real-world health challenges.
That sounds very impactful.
And they're also investing across their analytics tools. Oracle Analytics now has an AI assistant using generative AI to help analysts work faster and smarter. So it's clear they're not just facilitating AI, they're actively innovating with it internally too, often quietly, within the enterprise context.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up. Summing it all up, Oracle seems to be making a really significant, if maybe less flashy, move in the AI space.
I think quietly effective is a good way to put it. They're emerging as a really critical player for the AI era. It's built on this comprehensive infrastructure, high performance, cost-effective, secure.
Driven by those key partnerships, especially NVIDIA, and that full stack approach, integrating everything.
Right, you get the cutting-edge hardware, the bare metal performance, the low-latency networking needed for massive scale.
Plus the AI embedded right into the database with 23i, and throughout the Fusion applications with those AI agents.
And all delivered with that aggressive pricing model and the distributed cloud strategy that handles even strict sovereign data needs.
And those impressive OCI growth and RPO numbers aren't just good PR. They show real market traction and enterprise trust. It feels like solid proof.
It suggests they're building a sustainable, robust foundation for AI infrastructure, offering something genuinely tailored to enterprise needs in this very fast-moving AI world, bringing the AI to where the business data already lives, basically.
So here's something to think about as we finish. Given Oracle's deep roots in the enterprise and this really aggressive full-stack AI strategy, what does this mean for the bigger cloud competition? Could this model bringing AI to the existing data instead of making you move data to the AI, could that fundamentally change how businesses adopt and integrate AI across the board? Definitely something to mull over.